Hey everybody, welcome to the First and Blast podcast. It's your boy, Big Ben Chunko. You find me on X, Twitter, whatever everyone's still calling it these days, at Chunko Ben. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, show the man some love and like and subscribe. And I'm bringing you running backs. Start-sit running backs for week 2. Everyone's always got questions about running backs, so we're going to hit it, and we're going to get into it right away. So first on my list is the 49ers versus the Vikings. Okay, CMC, if he plays, obviously he's an automatic start. Jordan Mason, if CMC doesn't play, automatic start. Aaron Jones for the Vikings, smash start. I mean, I think the passing game's going to probably get beat up, and they're going to, if anything, they're going to rely on Aaron Jones to catch balls. They're probably going to be behind, so he might not have as many rushes. Well, they're not probably. They're going to be behind. So, Aaron Jones is definitely a start for me this week. Next, we have the Seahawks versus the Patriots. Ken Walker, I saw he was questionable, but I don't think it's anything serious. So, obviously, if he plays, smash start. Zach Charbonnet, for me, is also a start, especially in deeper leagues. I'm rolling Zach Charbonnet out. I know he didn't get a ton of play. He did have a touchdown. But, I think as a year goes on, you're going to see more and more Zach Charbonnet. I think they're going to, I think they're probably going to need him. So he's going to definitely, I think they're going to show him the love this week. I'm thinking maybe 8 carries, but he probably have 5 or 6 receptions. So in a deep league, smash. I'm telling you, a 12-man league, if you need a good flex. Well, let's call him a flex, not an automatic start. He's a flex option. Okay. And then we have Ramondre Stevenson, smash start. Don't really have to say too much about him. You drafted him in 2nd round, 3rd round, to smash start him. That's what you do. Giants versus Washington. Devin Singletary, smash start this week. All day long, play Singletary. Washington, horrible. Singletary should eat, should be good. For Washington, Brian Robinson, start. Then Austin Eckler. He has flex appeal, especially in PPR leagues and deep leagues. I would personally, anybody who's ever listened to me, they know this is just a guy I've never drafted. I've never had to worry about having Austin Eckler because I've never liked him. So I'd never have him, but if you have him, like I said, he has flex appeal in PPR leagues because he catches a lot of balls. So, that's one of those things you have to see. If he's your 4th running back, just leave him on the bench. Even if he's your 3rd running back and you have another better option at a flex, like a receiver, forget about it this week. The Austin Eckler. Now we got the Panthers versus the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins, he's got a good matchup, and I would start him. But I would also start Gus Edwards. Because here's the thing, if you drafted either one of these guys, the chances are, if they're not your 4th running backs, you waited on a running back, so they could be your 2nd running back. I mean, you could have went with either one of these guys. So I'm not going to tell you to sit Gus Edwards. I'm in a dynasty league, and guess what? I'm rolling out Gus Edwards again. It is what it is. Maybe he'll score a touchdown. Who knows? So if your back's against the wall, and we all know in 10, 12, 14, 16-man leagues, I mean, even 8-man leagues, depending on how deep the benches are, running backs are, seeing a good running back's like seeing Bigfoot, so you play with what you got. Then we got the Panthers versus the Chargers. I already did that one. I'm sorry. Okay, with Chuba Hubbard. I'm sorry, I got confused. My apologies. Chuba Hubbard, I'm starting Chuba Hubbard with caution, though. And Miles Sanders, not even playing him. I know he got a little bit of play last week. I don't know, he had 5 carries. It was nothing to write home about. So, I'm starting Chuba Hubbard, though. I like Chuba Hubbard, and I think he's poised to have a big game. Chuba Hubbard's a running back. He's going to show you to love one week, and then he's going to act like you're, He's going to act like you're some kind of, don't exist the next. So definitely go with caution with Chuba Hubbard, but I'm starting him. Saints versus the Cowboys. Alvin Kamara, automatic start. Because you draft him to play, and that's what you do with him. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. I'm playing Alvin Kamara, unless you got a crazy running back stable. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm good with him, and I'm going to play him. He's not going to stack you up 150 yards rushing, but they get down there in the goal line, 5 yards. He's going to fall in for a touchdown, and it's going to make your day. Rico Dowdle, I don't want anything to do with it. I'm running away from him as fast as possible, which I think most people are. So sit Rico Dowdle. Colts versus the Packers. Josh Jacobs is a start. And that's it for them. Emmanuel Wilson, I'm sitting. Marshawn Lloyd, if he plays, which I doubt he will, I'm sitting him. And then for the Colts, you got Jonathan Taylor. He's not. I don't have him wrote down, but because I assume everybody, if you have JT, automatic play. Browns and Jaguars. Jerome Ford, I'm starting. I know that was a tough matchup against Dallas, so you just kind of got to chalk that one up. Should be a better matchup against Jaguars, against Jacksonville. So start Ford. Travis Etienne's a start. And Tank Bigsby, I'm sitting. I mean, yes, I know he was around. He did get a lot of play last week. But don't go too crazy yet. Let's see another week, and then we'll make that call on him. New York Jets and the Titans. Let's see. Breece Hall, smash, automatic. Okay. Anybody who watched me in the past knows I'm not a big fan of Tony Pollard or Tajay Spears. Here's the thing with them. Again, if you drafted them, you probably need them. So play them with caution. If you have both of them, I prefer I wouldn't play both of them together on the same lineup. I would prefer Tony Pollard. Chances are you don't have them both. If you do, I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. So Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, I would say a start, but again, with caution. Raiders versus the Ravens. Zamir White, it's a tough matchup, but I'm starting him. Alexander Madison, I'm not buying into Alexander Madison. Horrible last year. I mean, unless Zamir White completely falls off, I don't see a lot. I think that was just, it's one of them games. He got in, he got that touchdown. If he didn't have that touchdown, nobody would even talk about him. So, So Alexander Madison's a sit. Derrick Henry, automatic start. Justice Hill, I'm sitting Justice Hill. I'm not falling for that trap. Been there way too many times throughout the years. Not falling for those traps. Rams versus the Cardinals. Kyron Williams, auto start. Sit Ronnie Rivers. Don't get fancy, man. And then for the Cardinals, James Conner, auto start. Chiefs versus the Bengals, Zach Moss. He's TD dependent, so if needed, I would play him. If he was my second running back, which if he's your second running back, whew. But hey, you might have went receiver heavy to lean on them receivers. So if you have to, Zach Moss, I'll play. Chase Brown, no way. Jose, I'm sitting. For Kansas City, Isaiah Pacheco, automatic start. Samaje Perine, sit. Chiefs versus the Bengals. I just did that one, sorry. Steelers versus the Broncos. Najee Harris is a start. I'm sitting Jalen Warren unless I need him. Unless you need him, I'm not playing him. Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin for Denver. I'm sitting both of them. I didn't buy into hype with Jaleel McLaughlin, and I just don't think either showed enough to really depend on. So sit them. Then we got the Bears versus the Bears in Houston. We got DeAndre Swift. I'm sitting DeAndre Swift. Just sitting him. There's just so much going on there, and we shouldn't even be talking about anyone else like Khalil Herbert. If you have Khalil Herbert, drop him. But then we have Joe Mixon, start, automatic start. And then for the Falcons versus the Eagles, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, smash starts all day long. Sit Tyler Algier. save yourself that misery also. All right, so that's my start and sit for running backs. Sorry, I got confused on a couple of them here. I'm looking down at my paper and I just, must have got distracted. But thanks for watching. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. And I'll be back to do receivers and tight ends at some point. So remember, keep them lineups tight. Later.